Okay, so I'm here with my Gelli plates. I want to do some image transfers. Watched a few videos, it was a few days ago. I'm hoping I can remember how it's done. I've got some black paints. I'm going to try out, see which one works, because I've heard that some work better than others. I don't have the Liquitex. I thought I did. I've got Liquitex white, but I don't have black. So if these don't work, I may have to go out and get some Liquitex black. So at the moment, I've just got the Shuttle Art. It came in the 36 set. I've got this Reeves. And these are just cheap. So these would have been, I think that was $3 or $4. That was $1. And this was 36 paints for $36. So yeah, cheap paint. So will it work or not? I don't know. Most people use Liquitex or Golden. I haven't seen Golden anywhere here. So I'm going to try with what I've got first. If it doesn't work, then I guess I'm going shopping, get some black Liquitex. I've got some magazine images. What I remember from the videos I watched was you needed high contrast. You probably need a bigger image where you've got the shape of a face to transfer. So this project may not work and I may have to go back to the drawing board and try it out. So I've got all these images. Okay, and I haven't got the TV on, so I can't see what you're seeing. I'm hoping I'm in frame. Is that my finger? Okay, hopefully that should be in frame. Yep, I can see my finger on the camera. I'm not going to use this black first. Let's try one of the cheaper ones. This one I've got 2 bottles of it, so let's try this and hope that works. I'm going to try this one first. So apparently we have to roll it out quite thin. So what I thought I might do is roll it out onto this a little bit, and that way then I don't keep wasting paint. Instead of rolling off the black. Now again, that might already be too thick. Apparently it's not supposed to look gooey. So if you have too much, you will have to roll off. So I've got a roll off sheet here. So apparently you just keep rolling it until it's a nice thin layer. So that was way too much paint based on all the videos I've watched. Now I've got these lines on my Gelli prints. Oh God, I can't believe it. I may have to turn it over. I left it to dry and it was pressed against something. Okay, so they said you want to have a satin sheen rather than a really shiny surface. So that's looking pretty good to me. Let's try that. So we're trying to get the paint to stick to the page, and where the ink is will stay on the plate. To be honest, I don't fully understand the concept. Now, have I chopped the girl's head off? I didn't check that. Oh, I chopped her hair off. Oh darn, that would have worked out too. Good too. So look at that. Quite nice. It's a little bit high on the page. Okay, mistake made. Then what do? Got to remember. Do we just put it straight down and pull it? I'm going to find out. I can't remember if we do we have to lift it? Oh, apparently some you can just put it straight down if it doesn't dry too soon, but I'm not too sure. It may dry too soon here. I might have to go watch some more videos. Unfortunately, I don't retain information. I retain, like, a couple of things here and there. So, okay. Let's see how this has worked. No, that didn't work too bad. Shame I had it so far up the screen, and a little eyeball didn't work too great. Okay, not too bad for a first attempt, I think. Maybe. You need to have your paper ready, which I didn't use it. I can use the other side of that one. Although you're supposed to use a high contrast. But the face might come out. Let's try the face. I'm just going to put, yeah, let's just put a bit more. Apparently you don't have to clean it off. That won't matter, apparently. So they say. Okay, that seems to be a nice thin layer. Pop it a little bit less in the take up the rest of that black. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get up the other girl on the other side. Might be a little tad messy. Piece of paper ready. This paper's quite thick. Let's see how we go. Well, sort of got her face and hair. Okay, all right, need to figure out another image. So this magazine is currently that we're using Bazaar, because I can tell it's long and skinny. So Bazaar seems to work, because you've got to find a magazine that actually leaves the print behind. Bazaar mostly had quite a lot. I think I've got a few from Collective, which I haven't tried yet. One from my Audrey Hepburn, which I'm going to try once I feel like I know what I'm doing. Okay, so this is the smaller one. So this is the Collective. So let's just see if it actually works. Let's just pop it in the middle. Might need a bit more paint, I'm thinking. So what was I using? This cheap one. This cheap one worked, so that's good. Excellent. I'm so pleased, because I'm going to go get some more, because if I'm going to do image transfers, I'll probably need a lot of black. Okay, so that's got a nice kind of sheen to it. Let's try this girl. So this is, tell by the size of it, I just want to know, yeah, this is Collective, so I want to know if that works. The ink. It's kind of fun, because you just don't know what you're going to get. Oh yeah, that works too. Might be okay. So with this one, I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to try pulling it with a white, titanium white, just to test that out, because I can see that that would have worked, but I feel like it's quite, you know, thin and dry. So get a piece of paper ready and roll with some white paint. See how that works. Pop that just right on that edge. I think I probably prefer, I'm not very good at pulling up once it's dried. It doesn't seem to work for me. Obviously my technique must be wrong. I think they let it dry, and that's why I've used thicker paper, because if you use thin paper and you let it dry, it kind of sticks and pulls the paper apart. So I'm hoping this is probably about my 180. It might be 180 or 120. I think it might be 180. So kind of hoping that that sticks to the paper and doesn't stick to the plate. That's the theory. Let's give it a go. Okay. Oh, not too bad. This is fun. It actually works. All right, I'm going to give this girl a go. And you need to do the bit where the photo is going to be. So nice thin coat that leaves a kind of a sheen, but not too wet and shiny. Pop her in the middle. Take away the extra. It's going to get black all over my hands. It's just trying to avoid that. Get all the black. Cool. Now we can really press that down. That's supposed to get air bubbles, but the face is here, I think. Can also try the other side just to test it out. Okay. That one did not work. Nope. Okay. So we'll try this side. Nothing really much there, so we're just going to go over the top of that. Maybe a tiny bit more paint, I don't know. Nice and thin and even. Okay, pop the other side down. You have to have high contrast apparently. Pop that down there. Okay. No, that one did not work. Interesting. Looks like it's a different kind of print. Okay, cool. Whatever. All right, let's try another one. Wanderlust. A bit more paint. Pop her in the middle. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think that's worked. Yeah, oh, actually it has. Cool. Pop a piece straight down. Okay, that one didn't pull up. So where the paint was wet, it has. So I'm going to try something, which I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to try giving it a coat. I don't suppose that'll work because it's already pulled up some of the black. Let's just see if we can pull up the rest of that. Let's see how that's, well, it's pulled the rest up. That was good. Okay, that's different. Don't know if I can use it, but okay, so maybe I do need to do the actual white part. Next one. Can try her. A long bit in the middle. Pop her in the middle. There. Bubbles, you're not meant to get bubbles. All right. Just a little bit there. Put some white on that. So you can also, apparently, remove bits that you don't want before you pull it, which might make your print a little bit cleaner. So for instance, I might be able to remove all of this stuff here that I might not want in the print. So it'll just look like a hair. Who knows if it sort of works. And then you could actually paint in parts. Paint, that's her arm. Okay. All right, so now we add white to it. So I'm going to need some more. I need somewhere else to roll the white onto a piece of plastic or something. I just find I'm better at rolling it onto something rather than straight onto it, because I can't seem to squeeze out the right amount. I had a little acetate sheet here somewhere. It's unfortunately gone missing. So a bit of white. So I'm using the Liquitex white. Seems to be working okay. Okay. Should be all right. Pop that down. This feels like it's thinner paper. It's certainly pulled well. Okay, clean the plate. Cool. Okay, well, yeah, she won't too bad, but I'm not going to clean the plate next time. I'd have to really cut her out. Picks up every bit of mess, doesn't it? Interesting. All right, next picture. Pop it in the middle. Get rid of the excess. Okay. Have some paper ready. Give it time to react with the magazine image, and they say it's a transfer, but technical people say it's actually a resist. So where the ink is, it's resisted on the plate. Something I don't know. A little bit too. I don't know all the arty phrases and meanings. So yeah, so we need to let that dry. I can see that it's wet. Unfortunately, the face hasn't gone again. Getting both eyes apparently is quite tricky. All right, so what I'm going to do while I wait for that to dry is I'm going to roll another one down the other corner. See if we can do one here. That should work. Just slightly off the edge of both. Okay, so much for not getting dirty. It's yeah, I've seen one video where the girl just stayed with no paint on her. She was very careful, always put the cover down, never accidentally touched the edge like I do. And no matter how much room I've got, you should see, normally I do it on a tiny little desk. Now I've got the dining table, the kitchen bench, 2 small side tables and 2 chairs to plonk stuff on, and every surface is full. It doesn't matter how much room I have, I will fill up all surfaces. Not tidy. I don't think that one worked very well. Funny how same picture, so yeah, it must just be to do with the amount of paint you put down or the amount of black, how long you leave it. That one definitely worked better than that one. You can also apparently have a fan on to sort of blow it, make it dry a bit faster. Let's just shove some wind over it. Because that one didn't work, I'm not going to worry too much, just want to make sure this one's dry. Okay, I'll do both at the same time, but not expecting too much from the bottom one. I've got some photo paper out there. This one's really, really thick. Bit of a waste, really. So I don't think it's going to work that well. Yeah, luckily I saw somewhere that don't use photo paper. So really shiny photo paper. Yeah, apparently not. Apparently it ruins your plate. Luckily I saw that somewhere on a video. Because people use all sorts of things on their plates. Okay, well, it pulls nicely. This white Liquitex paint works quite nice to pull prints. Same again, she's got like a, same as the other one, got a dot in her eye. Well, I've got 2 more of that image. We can try the other 2. So I've got these 2, so I'm going to do them actually both at the same time. Okay, picture. Right in the middle. Bit of the excess black. Try her too when we've done this one. See, that one didn't work at all. How bizarre is that? Same image, same paint, same technique. So weird. Okay, so I can only assume that, I think that's when there's too much paint. When that happens, it doesn't transfer, it doesn't react with the magazine, it just covers the magazine with paint. I think that's what that was about. Okay, interesting. And try a different paint, just to want to see if there's a difference between the brands. I might try the shuttle art because I might actually do a few different colours. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I had a little interruption. So now I'm going to try with the black acrylic paint, but I'm also going to mix in some phthalo blue just so it's not all black. I've seen people do that too, so a little bit of blue. Have I not used the black? Oh, just ruined the lid, darn. Well, apparently I haven't used this black because I've had the other black to use. Okay, some more of those lids to use. That might be enough. Because I haven't got, what's that colour they use? Payne's Grey. So I've got this image that I might try. I'm not sure if it will work. So let's just give it a go. Mix those two together. I might need a bit more black. And apparently you can, so you can have like, you know, kind of shades of colour. You know, like, now I've got too much black. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Okay. So there's like a little hint of blue in there. I'm just going to put a tiny bit down here, just so I can add that in. Might have needed a little bit more, and it's a bit thick, I think. So we're just going to roll some off. It's beading a little bit. So I noticed that other black didn't bead, and this one is beading, which I think means it's got a bit more, you know, more liquid content in it. So maybe that's why that's what they mean by heavy body. Now from experience I can see now with the beading, yeah, I'm assuming that that's not going to work, because I'll just pull one with some cheap paper and you'll see what I mean. So I can see straight away that watery paint, you know, it's obviously thinner and higher water content, means that it's cheaper to produce probably, but it has this motley effect, and see, like that. Clean the plate nice, but you get this bubbles. So well, we might pull a print just to see how it goes, but I'm not expecting it to be great. So let's just mix some of that blue in. I just thought maybe, and then I've seen other people that have different colours in the background so that it looks kind of interesting when you pull the print. So let's try this. It's definitely got a sort of a blue haze to it, which I just think might be more interesting than just black. Let's see how that goes. Let's see if we can roll it and get the page down fairly quick before too much beading happens, because it takes a little while for it to sort of separate. But at least that explains that, you know, it's the paint that does that kind of beading, and you can imagine that it's going to be the more liquidy paint, isn't it? So obviously this is cheaper, and for, you know, patterned coloured prints, it doesn't really matter. So at least this one, even though this is cheap, Mars Black, it does appear to be quite good for image transfers. It's not too thin. I haven't got any expensive paint to try. See if this left an image behind. It did. Well, that's actually a really nice image. Okay. Only a head, no body. It's because her body was all white. So we've just got a face. Okay. Not sure what we can do with that, but anyway. We've got a smiling face. And now some white. I've been using this Liquitex white, so I must get myself some more Liquitex black and white, you know, as a basic, you know, item to have in your stash. For me, Liquitex is the only one I can see that I can get that's good quality. So I have to wait for that to dry as well. It's just, and I've got that line in the plate. I must turn the plate over, I think. See if I can get rid of those lines. Okay, let's pop this down. Okay, and I'm just going to use the cheaper paper. I'm not sure if this is going to work too good. Might have to go back to the, I'll just try one with this Reeves, and then I know whether or not I can just only, and I'll get some more of this because I get some Liquitex and some more of this because that's a very nice cheap option for doing lots of prints that might not work. Oh, that actually worked really well. Oh my goodness. Who would have thought? Shame about the line. Okay, got a smiley face. All right, well, that's that done. Just going to cut the bottom off so I can use the, I'll just leave it. Okay. So they say you just need contrast, so let's try this one. So even though I use that cheap paint, let's try a little bit more. I like the mixture of the blue and the black. I don't know that it made a lot of difference. Oh, did I use this one? Did I use the Mars? No, I can't remember. Sometimes I think I have to go watch my own videos to try and remember what I've done. Oh, actually I need a full plate for this one. Oh, I was supposed to turn it over. Alright, let's just get rid of this. There's some cheap paper. I don't like those lines in the plate, so I'm going to have to turn it over. I wonder if they come out. Do they come out? The lines in the plate. See? That line there and that line there. It's all because of that. Okay, I'm back. Had washed my hands, cleaned the plates so we can start fresh. Thinking about using this lady. I'm not too sure if that'll work. It's from the Bazaar magazine. We've got contrast between her hair and her face, so and the bikini, so we'll just see. I'm going to go back to this brand because that one we know was working, but I thought I might add from the same brand just some blue, just to sort of give the black a slightly nicer colour. So we're just going to try that. I'm not sure if, yeah, maybe I can add some other colours in. I'm just going to try this blue to start with. So we want it not too shiny. I've also turned the plates over so we don't have that crack. Oh, I'm really annoyed with myself. You know when you do something and you think, I shouldn't really do that, you get this little message, but then you ignore it. So that's where I think that might be a little bit still too much paint. So you have to roll it actually off and onto your other. Okay, let's see if so that's got that satin look to it now. Let's see if that works. You're supposed to get bubbles. Okay, they're gone. Trying not to get it on my hands. Okay. And we're going to pull with, I'm going to use the same white. I've been using the Liquid Basics white. I'm going to see if I can pull with the cheap white, which is the same brand as the black, just so that, and then I'm going to go get some more of that, because if that works, you know, it'd be good to have a lot of stock of that, because once it's sold from Aldi, you know, you won't be able to get it again. So there we go. All right, that looks interesting. Again, why is it always with the face? Okay, the face is okay, there's just a little bit of at the side. I'm going to waft it dry. I just brought my fan out. It's actually quite dry already. Yeah, seems quite dry. All right, let's try this cheap white. Put some of this on. Okay, seems all right. Paper, oh, I might just use, I don't think it's very expensive paper. I seem to have lost all my, I don't know where, I think I've run out of the thicker paper. Oh no, there it is. Okay, oh well, next time. Doesn't seem to be, the paper doesn't seem to be sticking to the board, which is what I have problems with usually. All right, let's try it out. Clean the plate nicely. That cheap paint, 99 cents, and beautiful. Just those bubbles next to her face, unfortunately. Wow, that turned out pretty good. Cool bananas. There's not much colour in it, just a touch of purple here and there. I think that worked out quite nicely. All right, so while I'm on a roll, I'm going to try this one from the book of Audrey Hepburn, just to test whether or not the print lifts. While I've got some paint that I like that works. I need a whole page. Some smooth, very sheeny. Put that down in the middle. I'm not sure if this print, you know, obviously we don't know if this book will, but the print will lift from this book, whether you have to have magazine paper, so it could be a bit of a waste if it doesn't. But at least it means I just know I have to use the images as they are from the book. But yeah, worthwhile knowing, I think. I think we can safely say, oh no, it's a little bit lifted. Just make sure I've got it all. Try it from this angle. Maybe it does. Of course it will ruin the picture underneath. Well, it will be possibly interesting. Alright, so let that dry. I think letting it dry is possibly a little bit better. Let's try a bit that I'm not interested in. It's quite dry already. Okay, let's try the white. Well, that'll be super good if this cheap black and white paint works. This one's quite thick. It's thicker than the other brands that I've got. Certainly thicker than the Shuttle Art paint, which is very runny. And most of the cheap brands I've got are quite runny, so it doesn't say. It's an exclusive Aldi brand made in China for Aldi stores, which hopefully means that we will be able to get it again. Cool. Might need a little bit more of it, but I'm going to go get some more while there is some. There's sort of no guarantee. Look, and it's quite opaque. I mean, it's quite transparent. I don't know why I said opaque, because I can see the image through that. Wow, this might be quite good. Because really, this is the image. The Audrey one was the one that I was thinking of using. Well, not necessarily this Audrey one, but if it works, I might choose which Audrey one I want to use. Okay, all right, let's pull that up. Yeah, got some thicker card. Try and make sure I pull it up onto some nice paper. Give it every chance of success. It's pulling beautifully. Cleared the plate completely. Cool. And there we go. Unfortunately, because she had something in her mouth, looks like she's got a beard. So, not sure that I can use it, but it does tell me that the that book works. I noticed that someone else used other colours. Now I want to stick with the same brand because I know that that brand works well. So I'm just going to look for another colour. So you add some colour. It's got some black on the roller already. I'm not sure if that's... And then maybe just a tinsy-wincy bit of black. Sort of give it a bit of a boost. Okay. Kind of like mixed together to make a purple, a really deep purple. So I'm just going to run it over a bit. Okay. And I'm just going to practice on this one. I don't actually want the picture, but just to sort of see how it works. It's just on the back of that one. You know, if I can get a system that... Oh, that actually turned out really nice. I don't particularly want a lady in a bra, but then, you know, maybe by the time you pull it, you won't be able to tell. Okay, now the white. Okay, nice thin layer of white. Might need a little bit more. You can see it start to lift and move. So some more paper. Nice thick piece. So now you get one that's a different colour. Let's see how that worked. Interesting. I don't know where those spots came from, but yeah. I mean, I don't really want a lady in a bra, but just to practice. But for some reason, I got these spots. Interesting. Not too sure why that was. Just taken most of that paint off. I do want to try having a mixture of colours on the plate. So we're going to go back to the okay. Gonna need a little bit of black. I'm not sure that's quite what I meant, but anyway, I'm going to try this image, that guy's face. See what that's left behind. Oh yeah. With my slightly thicker paper. Well, image transfer seems to be easier than the other one, although maybe I was using the shuttle art paint and that just isn't working as easily. Must admit, I found my first session of Gelli Printing easier. I didn't have the shuttle art paints then. Since then I've had some issues, so maybe that shuttle paint's not the best. I mean, it's okay, but alright, let's see how this goes. inches anyway. Too much, I don't think. There you go. I think that's probably apart from this nasty tear, that's the best print I've got, I think. I like the fact that it's not black. It's in this purples and blues. Who's to say you have to do it in black? Okay. I'm going to do this girl in blue and red. She only needs to go down this aisle here. A bit more. Okay. Okay, not sure that's what I meant. I'm trying to get patches of colour, but I'm mixing it too much. I've got her on the other side too. Let's just get this girl here in the middle. She could be interesting. She's got a nice face. Face turned out good. Let that dry a minute. And some white. Just going to put that on there as well, just so I can pull it off the plate, clean it up a bit, even if I don't really need it. Alright, let's try that. She turned out alright. Cleaned the plate. Even picked up the pattern in her dress. Wow. Cool. And she's quite interesting. And there's another one on the back of that. There's this one. What I want to do is have a kind of two-tone, but not like mixed around or mixed in. Let's see if we can get a kind of a two-tone thing happening. Okay. More red in the middle here. Okay. Okay. It's nice and thin. Roll that off. And we're just going to pop that one back on. This paint's obviously lovely and translucent. These colours are anyway. The red, the black, the white. Well, the red, the white and the blue so far are quite translucent. So having translucent paint helps in this process. I don't think that one's worked too well. Isn't it weird? Some works and some doesn't. Nope. Very little left behind. How bizarre is that? That one worked really good. And that one didn't. You get that. Okay, we don't have to worry about that. Alright. I think this one might work quite well. The other little idea they have is that you actually sort of do some impressing in the stamping in the dress, anywhere where there's a lot of black. Okay, let's see if this works. This might be a bit too much paint. Just roll a little bit off. Didn't need a whole piece of paint, but let's pop her in the middle. No, this one worked better. Kind of strange how some works and some doesn't. How bizarre is that? The girl on the back we might be able to use. I'm just going to I want to take that blob off. Yep. Should be right. Okay, white. Got a bit of purple in the white, so could be interesting. And then I've just got to think of some projects to do. I might have a people journal. So I want to do more art journals. And I want to make my own art journal out of jelly prints, but I could make an art journal out of people. That one might turn out quite nice, I think. Let's put this down. It's fairly easy time-wise to get this right. Much easier than the multi-prints. There you go. She's got some different colours in her. I think that's quite nice. Cool. Now you get these bubbles. I don't know, is that because there's air bubbles on the plate? I'm not sure. I still haven't managed to get quite the what I was looking for with the blue and the red. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is have some different colours in the background. Now, how did I not get it before? Okay, so we have that. I'm going to put the right amount on here. Oh, not black, I meant blue. Oh, okay. I didn't actually mean black. Darn. How did I get that wrong? See if I can add a bit of blue in. I'll make it a purple, I suppose. Okay. Alright, let's try a girl. We have this girl. Okay, let's see what I've got left behind. Oh yeah, pretty good. Well, this is sort of two-tone. Kind of worked. I've got the girl on the back, so I'll let that dry. And some white. I like the pattern. It turned out quite good, didn't it? Dry her off a bit. Should be okay. Okay. Wow, I like it. There we are. Kind of what I was looking for. Didn't quite get her shoulders in, but it's not too bad. I like the skirt. Yeah, cool. All right, couple more. We're going to do the other side of this one. We'll do this one in red as well. Oh, I keep sticking it upside down. Darn. It's very annoying. Turn it over, Julie. Let's do a little bit of blue. All right, pop her down. I'll try to get the face to not be wobbly. That's a good way of doing that. Start with the edge and then roll it on like wallpaper. Now you smooth it out a bit at a time. Try not to get bubbles. Assuming your face is about the same spot as that. Get a few more lines and things when you do the second print on the other side. I mean, I wouldn't throw this away because, I mean, this is so transparent. Just totally clear and coloured. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see what we've got left behind. Anything? A little bit. Maybe. We'll use that piece of paper there, and we're going to, I just need a little half page, I think. We need too much because there's not much on the plate. We'll just grab what we can. Okay, and pop it on this piece of paper here. Okay, let's pull that. I'm not sure. It looks a bit like she's in a serious amount of pain. Well, I don't think she did in the original image, so I don't think I like that too much. Now, she looks super interesting. Let's do her. So I fancy the red in the bottom. Or I wonder if we've got a pink. Might mix, shall I mix the white with the red? Kind of shade it up to a pink. I don't know. Let's give it a try. Who knows? It's not very pink, is it? Maybe just add some more white onto this. Try and make it a little bit less white, a little bit less red. Not sure that that's going to work. I don't want those blooms. I want it to be well mixed paint. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Oh, now it's becoming one colour, which isn't what I wanted. Never mind. Let's see if it works. Well, that went down quite nicely without any. I might have too much paint on there too. Yeah, it leaves a lot of paint behind. There's a possibility that there's too much paint and it wrinkles. I'm not sure if this will work. Let's pull it and see what happened. With weird lines. Don't know what they're about. Okay, I'm going to actually try to remove them. I didn't do a very good job last time. Let's try and get rid of that straight lines. Who knows? And then I'm going to touch out those areas. To take away that water. Because what it does is it leaves a smudgy sort of strange looking colour. I think I've messed it up myself, but my acrylic paint on the floor. All right, let's get this dried. Getting myself in a big mess here again. This has got a lot more paint on it. The eyes seem quite good. Okay, and white again. Okay, nice piece of paper. A little bit of sticking to the plate, but don't like the mouth. I did mostly fix the white because it's reversed. So these are where I dotted it away. Okay, it's okay. So what I was aiming for was a bit of pink. Kind of got red. Let's put a bit more white on this red. Oh, I've got to wash this off. All these paper bits are no good. Just need to, when you wash it with a baby wipe, I've got to lift it up because it gets rid of all these marks. And I find that just doing it with scrap paper works pretty good. Okay, let's try this pink. Overall pink. This is a bit more pink than the other one was very red. Might be a bit too pink, a bit too much paint. Okay. It's got some blobs in there. Not too sure what that's about. Who wants to be pink? I think she can be pink. Let's do her. I'm going to do her down the page because of all those marks up there. So the top of the head is there. So I'm just going to pop her in the middle there. That's it. I'm going to get rid of the rest of the pink. Okay. Oh yeah. So left her face behind, some blobs in her hair. Doing all right. I think we might make this the last one. I've just cleaned the roller. I might as well leave it clean. Okay, we'll assume that's dry enough. Start down here. I think it really helps to have somewhere else to roll the paint, and not all on the plate. I think that's helping me anyway, not make too many mistakes. And you know, translucent paint, so you can actually see the image. You can almost see what you're going to get. Okay, paper. Cleaned the plate beautifully. Excellent. Oh, that is nice. Make sure you can see it. Yeah, not bad, eh? I quite like that. Funny. Let's finish on a high note. Yeah, I'm going to clean up and I'll be back with show and tell of all of the images I pulled today. See you soon. Okay, so I've got a bunch of images that I'm not too thrilled about. However, they could still be used in collage in background for a little pop of interest, sort of shapes and faces. Not necessarily my favourite ones. These are the ones that I would say didn't quite work out, but you know, that was okay. And then I've got quite a few that worked really quite well. This was the last one I did, and I think that one's my favourite. So I just used the leftover paint. So we've got a whole heap of, you know, collage papers that I can turn into something if I want to. There's this one, which is kind of like the sassy version of her. I mean, it's a different person, but you know, it's like friendly and evil, or good and evil. Yeah, she's like the opposite. And that one was okay. I liked the definition of the face. That one turned out quite good for that point of view. I quite like this one. This one's better than I expected. Yeah, that was all right. And that one, and I quite like that one. Not sure about this one. She looks like she's, yeah. Well, let's put that in the no pile, I think. And this one, it's kind of interesting, kind of weird. Yeah. So my favourites, I think, would be that one. I think that one would make a nice art journal page. This one. And that one. I think out of all of the images I got, can you see all of them at once? Yeah, just about, I think. Those three, I think will be good. Might make nice journal pages. So I've got plenty of fodder now for faces. You know, it's kind of easier to do quite a few at once than it is to do, you know, just say, oh, I'm going to go pull an image transfer for a collage. Yeah, no, there's a lot of work involved, a bit of practice, working out if the magazine works, the one you like might not work, you know. So now I've got some fodder and some more Gelli printing. So that's it for the Gelli transfer video. I don't know what order. I'm sort of filming a lot of videos and they're not all edited yet, and I don't know what order they're going to come out. So you might see a collage before you see the making of the the image transfer, or you may see pictures used in a video before you see where I got the book from. And yeah, it'll all be out of order because I'm just filming at the moment and I haven't been able to edit them. So my apologies. I will just do my best to get some more videos out soon because I know there's been a bit of a gap. On Thursday will be my Thrifty Thursday, so at least I know you've got one coming this week, and I will try to get some others out too. So my apologies. Yeah, everything's a bit haphazard. My craft room's a mess. Now my dining room and my kitchen's a mess. So I will have to spend some time cleaning up. So yeah, the crafting process is a time-consuming thing, especially when you do videos as well. So please be patient with me, yeah, I will get some more videos out as soon as I can. See you next time. Bye bye.